And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. I know he ain't got it. Tight go. Let's go. Come on. Slam.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Play action now. Bridgewater looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
to
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A give to Kamara running right. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Bridgewater. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you block over here. Hey, Haywood.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down.
Number 58. Here we go, G. 26.
Rodgers now on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's second down.
Protein spill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to... come out now and put together some nice plays.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. The 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Bridgewater now on second down. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down to the end zone for a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not watching. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater, Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Here's Thomas Morstead now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Eli Apple. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara has it stripped, and the Packers pick it up. And now look at him go. 30, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where they actually have a chance.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Packers first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Bridgewater to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
57, Mike, 57. 57 to Mike.
On third down, Bridgewater gets this one to Hill. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Steps away to his left. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
What we got?
On first down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Exit. Switch. Over. 58, boys, 58.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 30. 56. Hey, Alpha. Check 56.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they... And down he goes! The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Robert Kimdichie In there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Watch the run.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We want this.
Here's Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Packers 37, Saints 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's into the clear. The 40. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Green 18. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Demario Davis there on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run it with Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And Thomas has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot.